Hello, how you all doing? Mike Bradley here, hope you're doing well as always. Now the other day I was thinking I really would like to get a really nice classical guitar. It's big because the only classical guitar I've got is my first guitar I ever got, which is, you know, beat to hell and back right now, you know what I mean, like fingerboards worn out on it and everything like that. And I got an email from the lovely Bjorn from Rossetti about this new Michael Kelly Rick Turner N6 classical or nylon strung electric guitar, and this is a lovely guitar, I must say. And as soon as I heard Rick Turner, sorry, I was like, I know that name. And then if you're a fan of Fleetwood Mac with Lindsey Buckingham in, he plays these Rick Turner, I forget the actual, I think it's R1 or something like that. I'm sure someone in the comment section below will correct me, but he's been playing this kind of electric acoustic guitar for probably since the late 70s, you know, and Rick Turner does them. So obviously he's teamed up with Michael Kelly to produce this lovely sounding and, more importantly, lovely feeling nylon strung electric guitar. So you just heard me play a little bit at the beginning. I'm going to just fire out the specs so you've got it all there. One thing I will say, this neck is lovely. It's got a lovely satin feel to it. I like guitars with no kind of gunk on the back, you know, that nice smooth sound, smooth feel, so you can get a smooth sounding sound on the guitar. I'm sure I'm going to be cutting some close-ups of it, and you can see it's got a cedar top, and the body is Okomi, I believe is how you pronounce it. And this lovely neck I'm talking about is a mahogany neck with a satin finish and a rosewood fingerboard with a 16-inch fingerboard radius as well, with 22 medium jumbo frets. And with this neck I'm talking about as well, I'd say it's like a modern C, I believe it is as well. So it's quite wide, I would say, but not fat, if that makes sense. So with a lot of kind of traditional classical guitars, you know, they're very, very big necks anyway. So this is wide, but it's not fat. Like I can get my thumb quite nicely over it, which is nice if you like that kind of thumb over the neck kind of stuff, which I do. And it's a 25.5-inch radius on the neck, so if you're used to playing obviously electric guitar, which most of us are, going to this there isn't too much of a drastic change really, which is certainly handy. And electronics with this is Rick Turner and Seymour Duncan have teamed up together, and they produced a wavelength D-tar system, so that's handling electronics. And now before I go any further as well, I'm recording straight into the interface into GarageBand. I set up a microphone and was playing through the amp, and I thought to myself, well, if I was playing live with this, you know, I would plug it, DI, into a DI box and then through the PA. I wouldn't go for an amp. So I thought, to keep it authentic, I'll just do a similar thing and just straight into an interface, a very cheap one, M-Audio interface, and into GarageBand. Just to kind of get that direct sound, and then with a hint of reverb on there as well. And I'll be mucking around with sounds in a minute, but as you can see as well, it's got a volume and a tone. So it's basically, it's an electric guitar, but it's just nylon strung, you know. It kind of feels a bit like electric guitar, and then you kind of start playing, it's like, oh no, there's nylon strings on there. So yeah, volume, and it's kind of, they're kind of notched. I don't know if you can hear that. You know, they're kind of notched there, so you can I like that, you know, so you can kind of feel it, as there isn't obviously numbers on there. But it's a nice looking guitar, it really is. And on the back here you got designed by Rick Turner from Michael Kelly Guitars, crafted in Korea. I imagine good Korea. But no, really nice guitar. The only thing I would really like, I wish it had a sound hole, just because you know, you need to plug it in, but it's an electric nylon strung guitar, so I understand the premise of it, but it would be nice to have you know, a sound hole in there. Maybe another thing they do in the future, I don't know, but you know, you got to be fair here, you got to weigh things out. It's a lot of pros. My one negative, I would like a sound hole. That's it. Right, let's get some sounds happening. Now, before we get some sounds happening, I should stress I am not a classical guitar player in any way, or shape or form. Far from it, you know. I mean, I can bluff and blag my way through some stuff, but you know, one thing what's great playing a nylon strung guitar when you're doing some recordings and stuff, if you've got your acoustic guitar happening, your electric guitar, getting that nylon strung guitar kind of sitting in the middle there, you get a lovely sound. So I'm going to do some fingerstyle stuff, I'll do some pick stuff and just have fun with it. Right, let's get a plectrum. Now you can hear it different straight away when the plectrum comes in. So you get some weird olay, those kind of stuff, you know. Let's try rolling down the tone a little bit, so back up, all the way off. All the way up. think you're getting the idea. It sounds like a nice nylon strung guitar, you know. But you know, if you want to still do your bluesy, you know, or you know, kind of Chet Atkins. I told you I'm not very good at fingerstyle. You know, and Mr. Sandman. You know, so you can kind of get away with those sounds. That's probably far too fast. You want kind of that kind of speed, really, you know. But it's a really nice guitar to play. You know, I could sit here for quite some time. Well, I have. Kind of makes you play different. You want to have those exotic sounding sounds. Get those sounds, you know. I like it, you know. It makes you play different as well, which is always a good thing. So, you know, if you get stuck in a bit of a rut or something, want a change of pace, and also it forces you to play clean, you know, nothing to hide behind. So if you're working on your technique and you're kind of that just does it better. So your Malmsteen runs, he does on a classical guitar sometimes, doesn't he? But at the same time, you know, those kind of nice fingerstyle. I've forgotten it. Anyway guys, I'm going to stop there before I embarrass myself even more trying to remember stuff I learned when I was 14. Anyway, hope really, really well. I'll put all the links in the description box below, but if you get a chance, check these out. These are really nice guitars to play. I'm really enjoying it, and as I say, I'm thinking very hard about getting a nylon strung guitar myself, so I just wish this had a sound hole, but other than that, it's beautiful. So yeah, check one out, and I will see you very, very soon. Mike Bradley, signing out.